created to have some fun together, sharing and singing. So, join and enjoy.
Our love for opera brings us together. Thanks for being with us in this trip.
Oh, hi, everybody. We are very happy this week. Well, we are very happy every week, but this week in particular, we really would like to thank all people who have been joining us in the podcast. For that purpose, I am going to be sharing something with you on the screen. You will see me moving more around the camera. Please excuse me for that. I have changed the layout of this studio, so it's now more difficult than it was before. But this time, we really would like to thank from the bottom of our hearts to all people who have been following us for the past months through the good number of podcast platforms that we are sharing our program in. I was sharing with Katia that it's come to us with a great, an amazing surprise that really without paying no promotion at all, there is a good number of countries already that are following us in the podcasts. And as we see the beautiful flags on the screen of all those countries, please allow me to share with you which countries these are. Please let's start thanking the United States, the United Kingdom, the Russian Federation, Brazil, Canada, Iran, the Netherlands, Sweden, Malaysia, Norway, Thailand, La France, Austria, Nigeria, the Philippines, Germany, and Indonesia. Really, from the bottom of our hearts, we really would like to thank you for having been following us for the past 4 months that we recently started. And Katia, would you like to share something else about this deep appreciation from us?
Sure. Thank you, everyone, for joining us and supporting our music. And I would like to promise that probably next program we will be singing something to show this gratefulness, this gratitude, and we hope you enjoy it.
And just as a hint to people who are listening to us, people in YouTube who watch the program live as it is transmitted, we are showing on the screen all the flags of all these countries that I just mentioned throughout this message of appreciation. Please, people in the podcast, place in your minds that we are sharing the flag of your country. Thank you very much. You know, the most important thing for an artist is the love and appreciation of the audience, and this is what we are feeling today. Okay, so with that being said, we would like to move on today because for us today is a very special day. We are continuing with music not only from Mexico and Latin America, but now we are focusing more in Mexico. Mexico, well, you know already, we are Mexicans. We are so very proud of being Mexicans. And there is so much that we have in the music that we learned from our parents or the early music that we heard when we were just learning music. And I will be sharing with you, you will be seeing throughout the whole program a good number of photos of Mexico because let me tell you something, Mexico is many Mexicos. There is the beauty of the north of the country, the beauty of the south and the southwest, the amazingly beautiful places in central Mexico. We have so many mountains, we have volcanoes, we have reminiscence of those archaeological sites. We also have reminiscence of the times of the Spanish conquest of our country. So there's a good number of things that we really feel very proud about and that we will be sharing with you with the music of Mexico. Contrary or a little more, I would say, more known music, not that folklore as we shared in the 2 programs ago. And most of the composers you will be familiar with because tenors like Plácido Domingo, José Carreras, Alfredo Kraus, Giuseppe Di Stefano, and many others have brought to their concerts and recitals as well, bringing the beauty of that music to many other countries as they had their presentations. And it is going to be my turn to start opening with the first song. But before we jump to that first song, Katia, what would you like to say as an introduction to our program today?
I think that is a very special program because we are sharing music that has been part of our lives since several years ago. This is music that shows landscapes from our great and beautiful country, and we are privileged for being Mexicans. So this is from Mexico to the world, and I really hope that it's a good experience and a good program for everyone.
And our first song, unfortunately, is not going to be a happy song. It's going to be a song that I have talked about in the past. It's going to be borrachita. Borrachita is a way to refer to a woman, a diminutive way of calling a woman who is drunk. And the melody is somehow very sad. And I remember that a good number of years ago in the recital of one of the Mexican sopranos, I'm not really sure who she was. I recall that she said she was about to sing Borrachita, and most of the audience were elders already. They were what we call in Mexico our dear ancianitos. They were viejitos. So I'm pretty sure they grew or they were young when this song was very popular back then. And I remember that many of them even started crying when the first notes of these songs were played by the piano. This song is sad because it doesn't tell the story of a woman who gets drunk just because she wants to get drunk. We have talked about in the past that we had our haciendas where the land, the owners of all the land, the caciques in fact, who owned not only the land but the lives of the people who worked for him. And this is the case. This is the case of the derecho de pernada in Mexico, which means that owner, that cacique, the owner of the land, had the right to have sex with whoever he wanted in his possession. So the borrachita is very sad because she has been called to join the Lord in Mexico, for that purpose. When she says that she invited her boyfriend to go with her, he said, "No, I am not going with you. Why should I be going with you when we will all find sadness in nothing but sadness?" Please, I hope you enjoy this very beautiful song, and please try to picture in your minds the immense happiness that this song brought to those lovely old people who were in that concert that day. si había de llorar, ¿pa' qué volver? Borrachita me voy hasta la capital, pa' servir al patrón que me mandó llamar anteayer. Yo le quise traer, dijo que no, que si había de llorar, ¿pa' qué volver? Borrachita me voy hasta la capital, pa' servir al patrón que me mandó llamar anteayer. So this is a very beautiful song by Maestro Tatanacho. He was called in a lovely personal way Tata Nacho. Tata makes reference to the grandfather. So in a lovely way he was called Tata Nacho. By Tata Nacho we have a dozen songs that all our parents know by heart, because he wrote songs by the time our parents were falling in love with each other. I'm pretty sure one of more than one couple fell in love with the music of Tata Nacho. But now it's turn and it's time for Katia. We will be sharing lots of music today. I hope you enjoy that. And Katia has a good number, a very interesting selection for us as well. So Katia, what would you like to start with?
I'm going to start with Ojos Tapatíos, and it refers to the beauty of the eyes of the women from this part of Mexico.
Yeah.
These ladies are famous because of their beauty, and this song is specifically singing about the beauty of their eyes. So I think it is a so much happier song than yours.
By far,
And
of course,
it
by
is
far.
a beautiful piece of music by Fernando Méndez.
Let's listen to it.
No hay ojos más lindos en la tierra mía que los negros ojos de la tapatía. Miradas que matan, dolientes pupilas, noches cuando duermen, luz cuando nos miran. En noche de luna, perfumes de azares, en el cielo
a beautiful song. I can perfectly picture somebody bringing the serenade to her beloved one, paying to the mariachis. I think that by at this time people know what the mariachi is, a very traditional type of music. Uh, um and I know that there is a good number of music like México Lindo y Querido and many other songs that are sung by mariachi. And the one that you shared is really, really beautiful. I wanted to share with people that I have like 50 songs that I wanted to share today, but I had to narrow it down to much fewer. But on your side, Katia, what was your criteria to select what songs you wanted to share today?
Um, well, it was a really hard mission just to select some of my beloved Mexican songs. But especially, for example, in this case, about Ojos Tapatíos, I choose this one because it is part of my first concert. Oh my God, like 10,000 years ago. It was one of the first pieces of music that I started to work on. And I think that I love the part where it paints a landscape of a garden, plenty of smelling flowers, and it has to be a beautiful night. So I think it is not not a silly or a cursi song, but it's quite romantic,
Well,
and that's why I love it.
well, Mexicans sometimes find it difficult to separate cursi or cheesy from love. We have
Yeah.
this tendency to have to put so much honey in our lyrics. So that's the case for us. And if you allow me, I would like to share next the first, yeah, the very first song that I sang in front of an audience. My memories are that I did it so horribly, really so horribly. This was the thing. The auditorium was had not very good acoustics, so all I could hear was my voice. I couldn't hear the instruments of the that were accompanying me. So I saw them playing, but I really couldn't tell where they were standing. So I pretty much went with the notes that I wanted to go for. I noticed that my music professor was trying to follow me, but I remember his eyes of desperation, of like, what is this guy doing? But back to those days, I recall that horrible part of my past. I really enjoyed keeping the notes much higher and much longer than needed. The things that I criticize now, I did a lot when I was young. And that was the case for this one. And the first time that I heard it was in the beautiful voice of Fernando de la Mora. If you have ever heard Fernando de la Mora's voice, is just, besides having excellent high notes, the color of Fernando de la Mora is wow. I really wanted to have a voice as beautiful as Fernando's. Of course, I don't have it. Very few tenors are lucky enough to have those beautiful instruments. That is the case of Fernando. And enjoying his music and his style, he or the arrangements of at least of the version that I learned is very different from what we are going to hear now. The piano accompaniment is much more in the style of Maestro Jorge del Moral, the composer of this beautiful song, than to what Fernando de la Mora did in the 90s. But Fernando de la Mora's version, I still really, really love a lot. I will try to adhere to what is written, but I am pretty sure that I will do what I shouldn't be doing, that is to keep notes for much longer. So it is pretty likely that I will mess up with the accompaniment at some point because most likely I will not do what is written, because I still enjoy what Fernando did. This beautiful...
But you can handle this kind of music a little bit, so
yeah, somehow.
we'll forgive you.
Thank you for that. And the song is called Besos Robados, or some people call it Bésame cuando muera la tarde. And it tells the story of I'm going to steal you a kiss. You know, the emotion that a lover has for stealing a kiss from her beloved one is what this story is about. I hope you will all enjoy it as much as I enjoyed it, learning it a good number of years already.
Un suspiro, una mirada, dos manos que enlazadas están, una pregunta enamorada, los labios solamente amor dirán, y en una fiebre de loca pasión, un beso ardiente mi boca sintió, beso robado, beso de amor, bésame con un beso robado, porque son los que saben mejor. Bésame, que al besar me has dejado un perfume de nardos y un romance de amor. Bésame, que tus besos me han hecho que se agita en mi pecho con locura el amor. Bésame con un beso robado, porque son los que saben mejor. Bésame, que al besar me has dejado un perfume de nardos y un romance de amor. Que tus besos me han hecho que se quita en mi pecho con locura el amor.
So this was this beautiful song, Bésame con un beso robado, que al mirar me has dejado un perfume de nardos y un romance de amor, which is an absolute poem, in Spanish at least. It is an absolute poem, the way Maestro Jorge del Moral wrote. And by the way, his style is very difficult to sing. He has a very particular way of working with the musical phrases and the way he works with how the voice must fit into the rhythm and the style of his music. So for me, singing Jorge del Moral is difficult now. Back in those days, I thought it was easy. With the mess that I did, it was easy. Now that I studied with much more seriously, I find that his writing is beautiful but extremely complicated. Okay, but now let's move on with what Katia has in room for us next. What is it going to be?
I'm about to sing Lamento Gitano. It would be translated as Gypsy Lament. I think it is a very interesting song because it reminds me to Carmen Gypsy ladies are often seen as very passionate women, but not like very loyal persons. So we usually think about gypsy girls as um, flirty girls, and not it's not the idea of true and deep love. It's like very hot and intense, but not very real, perhaps.
And it's also interesting to mention that this song is a little different. It is part of Maria Grieber's catalog, but this one is very interesting. And now that you mentioned, it was a perfect match because right after yours, I also have a Maria Grieber's composition that is also a little different from the main catalog of Júrame and Muñequita Linda. But Lamento Gitano, going back to your song, is a song that I have wanted to study for a good number of years already, but I need to prepare because, from my perspective, there is so much passion in this song that you really need to be careful of not being so carried away because it really is. Maria Grieber put all passion into that song.
Yeah,
And this
that's
is what
right.
we are about to hear. So let's get ready for
I hope
this
so.
beautiful song.